Hello everybody and welcome. How you doing? So, since I keep calling it Brawl. Since Smash 4 is coming out soon, I'm not going to call it by the whole title, it's a mouthful. I decided to show off some of these old customized stages I had that I made in 2008. So, I'm going to talk about them a little in depth, some more or less than others. But I looked back in these, I thought, they weren't half bad, a lot of them. This one I thought was pretty interesting in design. It's got this huge parallelism thing going on, as you can see. Oh, that perfect pan out for me. Yeah, you got all these. You got all these traps to get into the spikes, and like as you see Luigi, it's tough to get back up if you do that. And I really like this stage because it has a lot of hazards, and you have to be aware of your environment while you're fighting, and you get stuck in corners like these, and it's real easy to get caught and whatnot. And then you get stuck in that little space there. You can get caught. I think this is a great way to show off what the customizable moves were really for, customized stages, I mean, were for, it's just like you can share your own ideas and make your own stage designs that you find interesting. And then we have this stage here. This stage I think is my favorite out of all of them. I have these platforms and everything. You can see I have ice slipping into watch out, Lucario. Ooh, you can fall one way, which will kill you. Fall the other way, which will save you. Know how to wall jump in this stage, which isn't that hard once you know how to do it. A lot of people get confused with that, but yeah. Another one. This is another one of those stages. You're gonna see a theme I have with these stages, with ice and slipping into certain areas, and being lured into the sides of the stage or at the top of the stage to kill the enemy. And it's easy to fall for these traps, or you can manipulate them to fall into these tracks. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I do think that there is one flaw here, that if they get stuck underneath the spikes and that I'm gonna call them donut block because I don't know what it's called. It's the same idea. Here's an example. He'll never be able to get out, so I'd have to let him out. I think that's one design flaw there. But other than that, I think this is a really cool stage. I'm trying to do this without sounding. I'm trying to do this without sounding like I'm tuning my own horn. I mean, I made these a long time ago. I barely even remember them, but I think it's worth showing what different things you. I think the purpose here is to show you what different things you can do with the stage builder, and this one was very limited. If you see, especially saw some Smash coverage from Nintendo Directs, if you see what the customized stages are like in the Wii U version, it's crazy cool. And that leads us over here. Spikes everywhere. That's pretty much it. I think a lot of kids my age are just, when it comes to these, you like being creative like this, but at the same time you also, you're gonna like the spikes. I think that's the idea. Same idea here, the ice slipping, same theme here, the ice slipping into the spikes, and that's pretty much the name of the game here. I do like where I placed the... I do like where I place some of the platforms for safety. Good places to catch yourself, and then you have that little situation Marth's in right now that can really charge you up. So you gotta be careful on where you land. And yeah, that was a pretty good attempt to hit me while recovering, but he should have went the other way. He's gonna get out soon. But look at all that damage. You cannot do that in a standard Smash stage. Which I've seen a lot of things. I mean, Smash 4 nowadays might have a few ideas. I don't know. But man, oh, that's so cool. It's the littlest of things, I love that so much. And oh, just missed me. I also, that is something else I like, how wide this stage is. where you have a lot of room to breathe, even though there's so many spikes around. You do have just enough room to breathe around and to just try to gain your bearings again while someone catches up to you or something. Like right here now, I'm trying to go up more. And yeah, here's a similar one, but has that same idea from the second stage. But I do like the little confined spaces here. Like those two platforms in the middle, there's no purpose of them, but I'm sure I did not mean this at all. But looking at it now, I take it as just a way to make you feel more confined. You got this whole top here. They got to make sure you go under and over. Then you have that, which leads to the spikes, of course, more spikes, of course. But all the platforms are designed in a way where it really attracts you to be in the middle in that little confined space. And then you can do what I'm doing right now and taking advantage of the spikes, you know. Yeah, there's Ness failing a little bit at trying to get around. I gotta say, though, the Earthbound characters might have a little disadvantage around here. So I like how this happens because it shows me escaping. And I took a little hit, but that's all right because I escaped the superstar there. Because you always got to run away from that, which is a good tactic if you want to do that on the top of the stage. In my opinion, that's not a word. So let's move on to the next stage. This stage, I pretty much. This is kind of related to the next stage, I think, if I ordered this in a certain way, because I like the idea of this Ferris wheel thing, and the idea came from having little room to move around except for the top. But the top being conveyor belts are trying to move you around, and you have these. There's a perfect example where I died because I wasn't able to catch those trampolines in time, but. Yeah, you have very little footing, but the platforms take you all around the perimeter of the stage, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, it shows that this is pretty much like probably an upside down version of the stage where the solid floor is on top and the not solid, and there's barely any space to catch your feet on the bottom. And this is a much more yeah, I was right. This is the next one. Much more simplified version of this. I don't know why I made this one. You'd think I'd make this one before as like a prototype for that one, but no. I made this one after. I guess I wanted something simpler. Or this, yeah, or this actually thinking about it, looking at it now, and just saying that looks like this has like an opposite kind of effect to the last one, where you have room to make your bearings, but you can't save yourself with trampolines in the bottom because it's spikes, and there's, again, very little room to move around. This time it's a lot more narrow of a stage, a smaller of a stage, so that can really mix things up too. But yeah, other than that, I really don't have a lot to say about this one. We got some time here in this stage I added, so yeah, I don't know if I will bother creating custom stages for the Wii U version. I might make a few. The drawing things are probably very interesting on Miiverse and all, but yeah, I don't know, because I made these when I was a kid, and I do still like to do stuff. I'm very excited for Mario Maker. I was always fascinated by the idea of level design, even though I don't know how to program, but I always liked mapping out the game design things. I used to do it as a kid, and all. This one is my least favorite. Not very interesting to me. It's just I don't remember a lot of the names, but this one was called Diamond because obvious reasons, shaped like a diamond and all. This one's not my favorites. The diagonal thing, you got the trampoline saving you back. I do like how there's a funnel into spikes. That's pretty cool. And then you have this little square. The platform Wario was on right then and there to catch you in case you need it. And you have a couple of corner areas. The ice go back to slip off or slip into the funnel. That I think is pretty cool, but I don't know, I think this is the least interesting because, well, unlike the others, there is a lot of room to move. There's a lot of room to. I can't describe it. There's not. Oh, there's not a lot of. There's not a lot of space to screw over anybody. You don't have to think about your environment as much as the others, as well as your opponent, like the other ones I've made. Because yeah, I think that's a cool idea for a stage, and you know that's what's great about these custom building sets, custom building stuff. You know, it's some place to share some ideas you have. You know, and with Miiverse, I think that's a really great way to share these things. Maybe for the next Smash, I'll take some ideas from that and whatnot. You know, to make more interesting and dynamic stages. So next stage. Yeah, this stage is completely uninspired, but I do find it to be a guilty pleasure. This is just a bunch of random pieces I set in a certain way. The thing is, I set it in a certain way because yes, it is random, but this one took the most editing. I remember this. I remember this is the only one I remember making because there were so many times where I'd keep testing it and finding more and more problems. Like I can't reach this platform. I didn't want to be unfair, so that moving horizontal platform from side to side on the bottom, that I made because it was hard to reach the stairs, and I would always land on the spikes. The ice block was in so many different places, but I put it next to the slanted thin platform so I can land on that, or the stairs again. I have that up platform because there's no other way I could really reach from the left that big cube on top. And I think the music I picked for this is very appropriate to play. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, again, not that much to say, so we'll move on. Right, hang on. Right, actually, oh yeah, I gotta show this off because it's cool. Bam! Right now. Okay, so this one, not that very interesting, but I love what happened here. You're not supposed to be able to go through there. I did this to build more on the slanted stage kind of idea, but Pikachu, when he did his up B, he went through the small crack you can go to in between those two triangles, and he went through, and there was nothing I could do. He couldn't get out, I couldn't get in. I was trying to get in, so it went to sudden death, and that happened. That always feels good. Not much to say. So this one I think is interesting because you have this top section here. Looking at it now, I don't see that much of a presence of the ice. I guess to give you more attracted to this much smaller platform down there with a giant trampoline. And I like how there's all that space in the middle. There's a big aerial kind of fight, and you can take it on the bigger platform on the sky, but the ice might turn you off to that. Or you can take it to the bottom where that trampoline's in the way and it's smaller. The ladders I put in later because I realized it was a little too far apart, but I wanted all that space. So I added those ladders so you can catch yourself to get on top of the stage. No one wants to see my enemy's final smash. That will hurt me, even though I dodged everyone except for one of them and I survived it like a boss. But you want to see me win. That's important. But you know, now I sound stupid. Next stage. All right, this one I like a lot actually. Now, this one I like because it has many different layers to it. Like the top layer is just that horizontal moving platform with the two giant donut blocks. I'm going to call them the donut blocks again. The ones you put enough pressure on them, they fall down. And that's all for a reason. Now, right here you can see, since I'm facing Marth with Donkey Kong, I have a huge disadvantage. So what I actually do to get the leg up was I actually went down a level, which you'll see soon. But yeah, sticking up here, this actually looks kind of like a standard stage if you think about it, except for the zigzag pattern going on, which slopes like that can make things a little trickier to land its hits. All right, so he's falling down there. It's easy to catch yourself though, but the point of those is really probably more visual than anything else, because then you get down here. There's this conveyor belt section that moves you around. It's flat though, unlike the layer above it. Now I'm sure. Now the reason why there's all those moving platforms is the last bottom layer is just all spikes. So you don't want to get people stuck there, but you can take advantage of it like I did here. I kind of knocked Marth down there, and he's having trouble getting back up. So I'm going to lure him down there. I'm going to get down there, you know, I'm going to try to lure him back up because I want to fight him. But yeah, just because you get to the bottom layer there I made sure there's plenty of room to save yourself and get back up to the top. You know, stuff like that. I like the idea of different layers here. That's why I like this one a lot. But next stage. Okay, this one is just all about the shape. Again, you have these slopes that make it harder to land hits. There's very little flat land. These two ladders get up and down. There's more of these layering thing, but it's much more small. It's much smaller. It kind of gives you like a claustrophobic thing. Down here, it's hard to knock people out, really. Then you go to that middle layer I'm on right now, which will still pretty tough to hit people. But the top layer is the easiest, but it is also the least interesting. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm definitely reading into these probably a little too deeply, but I'm just noticing what it does level design-wise. I think it's pretty cool. Donkey Kong, why'd you have such a disappointing Final Smash? And why didn't it change, man? So yeah, a lot of times I like sticking down here because I think it's the most interesting place to fight. But I do switch around a lot. You know, change my environment so I can kill people. Let's show this off again. Boom! This will be our last one for today. It's the last one I made. Just a little arena type thing. Again, we have more slopes and pretty much no horizontal slopes. I don't know. I don't love the idea, but it does. But you know, it makes it a little tougher. And something I notice about this stage every time I play it is you're more gravitated to the corners in that little horizontal space. But it does backfire on me for a reason you'll see soon. It was weird playing Brawl again after a while. I was playing so much Smash 3DS. But yeah, you know, that's completely... I don't even know why I bothered saying that. Yeah, you're really more gravitated... I guess we have that funnel effect again, because you're really gravitated to the... to the corners here. And I like how Pokemon Trainer here, it has to be in the back, in that little made platform form in the back. Yeah, see, that I got screwed over in. But what are you gonna do, right? Yeah, attacking. A lot of activity. I never spend time on top of the stage, but there's really no reason to. It gets you around, and you can probably make some aerial dodges and all, but that's pretty much it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it was pretty interesting for you, and I'll see you later.